you two back and forth. And I'm like, I'll let you guys kick off on that one.
Yeah.
You know, and it shows.
Yeah, I think what it is, I love my soldiers, my fellow soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And my relationship with officers, like I was never a staff level NCO. So I didn't work hand in hand with all. It was always like I get my orders from the officer and I make it happen. And I give feedback to the officer, and then, you know, that was like my relationship.
Yeah, you weren't in long enough to be staff level.
No. And it was always, but like being a drill sergeant is very NCO led.
Yes. Absolutely.
And the officers are more of like, hey sir, did you schedule the range today? Cool.
Right.
Go back in your office.
That and show and tell.
Yeah. So, you know, I think it comes from me also, like I see a problem and I want to fix it. I have this with my wife too, when she's venting and just needs to talk about something. My brain immediately is like, all right, let's write an op order. Here's our mission. We need to fix this, 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 and this. What do I need to fix this? What kind of support do I need? What do I, you know, it's like.
Do you actually go through the op order process?
No,
okay.
no, I'm just kidding.
You're scaring me.
That would be psycho. But immediately I'm like, hey, Essayons, let us try. That's what that means, right? And like I'm going to fix this. Either I'm going to tear everything down and destroy it, or we're going to fix it.
Yeah, and that.
So I ask my wife all the time, do you want my advice on this, or do you want me to just listen?
Right. Smart question to ask, because we as men are problem fixers.
Yeah. Maybe should I ask that
it's
at
not
work?
necessarily a military thing.
At work, I'm a problem fixer. Because if everything's running smoothly, my day is super boring. And when something happens to me, I need to act quickly. So maybe when people come talk to me, or if you and I are having a conversation, maybe I should ask the same thing. Like, is this something I need to be working on, or are we just having a discussion? Because my brain automatically goes to, I'm having this conversation with somebody for a reason, and I need to be picking up what he's putting down so I can fix a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not always a problem. Usually it's just a discussion. It's just a talk.
Yeah.
Maybe that would apply, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got on this conversation. We were just BSing.
We were.
I don't even know how we started, but welcome to the Headspace and Tasting Podcast. Where what's our line? I have to read it every time, and then I have to put my glasses on.
Because you've grown old.
I am old.
Gray and
bald.
Right, and you put on your spectacles because you've grown old in the service of your podcast.
Thank you, Ben Franklin, for these wonderful reading glasses.
George Washington. Remember, that was Dave's favorite quote.
George Washington. Oh, let me put on my spectacles in the service of this podcast.
Right.
Telling everybody to shut the F up. Quit your belly aching. This is where we talk manhood, tell stories, and discuss the stuff that matters to us one sip at a time. Kevin, it's a beautiful day outside.
It is. Hello, Matt. I
have ribs smoking on the pellet grill. It's a great day to be an American.
Took a long walk this morning, 48-degree weather.
Oh.
It was brisk. Loved it.
Where'd you go?
Just walked through the neighborhood.
Okay.
Peaceful, quiet.
Cool. Did your long bike ride yesterday? I was indisposed, couldn't make it. I was with you in spirit.
30 miles, and it felt great. It was probably one of the best long-distance rides. I consider anything over 20 long distance.
Yeah.
It was one of the best ones I've done so far.
How was it riding solo? That's the longest you've ever ridden by yourself, right?
Well, I love solo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a little bit of who I am.
Yeah.
And, riding that long distance, and I didn't have earbuds or anything. Just my thoughts, looking at the environment around me, enjoying the weather, seeing, a brood of turkeys. Is it a brood?
Flock?
Flock? No.
It's not a flock, is it?
It's not is that a gaggle?
I think it is. A gaggle of geese.
Yeah, a gaggle of geese. Anyway, I saw a group of turkeys.
Right. You have a murder of crows.
Out, and that was nice to see. And north of St. Charles on the Katy Trail, that part up there is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
Going through the wood line there. It was, as the sun was coming up, it was real bright, and it was like entering a hollow toward the beginning.
Like Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, it looked just like that. If you picture that in your mind with the trees all looped over each other as you entered the trail, and you get towards the end, and it's just coming out the other side. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel.
Nice.
Coming up to it, and it was peaceful. Really enjoyed it.
Man, I am so looking forward to this trip we have planned next week. Actually, this time next week, we'll be probably pulling into our first stop, right?
Somewhere around there.
I think so. It's getting close to 2 p.m.
We'll see.
And we'll see how it goes, because there's some stuff along the way that we're going to stop and see and take our time and really enjoy the trip. But we've been preparing for this for quite a while.
Since May.
And that's when we bought our bikes and started training up. And planning and preparing, we've talked about that before. We have a show called Are You Ready? We've talked about the planning process. We've talked about preparing for future. And this was a chance for us to put it into action. That we sat down. We didn't sit down. We were on a hike. Me, you, and Jeremy. And I just made the comment, like, we should hike the Katy Trail. And somebody said, like, man, it's 240 miles. We can't hike that. Well, we should bike it then. And that's how it started. Just an offhand comment, and then it was like a triple dog dare type moment. Like,
kind of, because I've been talking about doing it for years, and you know, everything just kind of came together at the right moment. It's like, let's do it. I'm tired of saying I'm going to do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he's like, "Why the hell are you doing that, man? Why would you do that?" I said, "Just to see if I can." It's kind of like I lived an adventurous young life, and I kind of did my bucket list in my 20s and early 30s. I was done. And I kind of just thought, like, well, I guess that's it. I don't know.
I recently come to the conclusion, completely by accident, as I was thinking this out. And, you know, we talk about, hey, you got to set goals for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hold yourself accountable. You know, what are you going to do? You know, you got to come up with something. And I realized that that may be a perspective that causes people to fail over time.
Yeah.
And I realized that my number one goal, here I am saying the word goal, but my number one objective for doing the Katy Trail is not the goal of saying, you know, I want to train up for it and all that. Well, that's all good. I'm looking forward to the sense of accomplishment.
Okay.
And to be able to say, you know what, I accomplished that.
Yeah.
And rather than saying, you know, move on to the next thing or whatever, and what am I going to do now? I don't have to think along those lines.
No.
I accomplished something. And I think that if people would really consider, you know, having that sense versus, I just got to meet this goal. Because if you just meet a goal,
then what?
Right. And it could be a letdown.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
I just did this goal. But if you change your perspective and say, you know what, I just did that.
Yeah.
Use the word, I accomplished that.
I accomplished this.
I conquered that.
Yeah.
That, to me, rings more true in my psyche than, oh, yeah, I just did it.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be 240-mile bike ride.
No.
It could be, I want to walk up this hill without running out of breath.
Yes.
You know, something very simple. And that's really how this starts is, okay, 240-mile bike ride, that seems extreme. But I want to be able to ride 10 miles. And that's how we started with our training was like, let's get some bikes. Let's get on the trail and see what it feels like.
Right. But on the other side, when I accomplish this 240-mile bike ride,
yeah,
I am not going to immediately say in my head, all right, what's next?
Yeah, 1,000 miles.
Let's go. I don't. There is no what's next.
No.
I did what I set out to do.
Yeah.
And I'm happy I did it.
Right.
And the rest of my life, I can say, yeah, I did the Katy Trail. You rode the Katy Trail? Yes, I did.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, tell me about it.
Yeah. The thing that brings a smile to my face every time I think about it is every night when we pull into our spot where we're going to camp and just dudes setting up camp and sitting around reading our books, writing in our journals, and what's that gonna be like? I wonder, like, are we gonna go get a beer? Are we gonna go try to find some food? Are we gonna just sit there in silence? And
I'm gonna say I had enough of you two. I'll be back in a bit.
I'm sick of looking at your face.
Or your rear end, depending on how we're biking.
Yeah. But just the everyday of like flat tire or chain brake, and oh crap, I'm about to run out of water, whatever. Like that's what I'm looking forward to. Like the fun, the hardship is where the fun's going to be. The experience, I guess, is what I'm saying. Not necessarily like, yeah, I could 240, like I can do the Katy Trail in 5 days. We know we're going to be able to do it.
We could do it in 3 days if we really wanted to.
And to me, I'm like, all right, I'm excited to see parts of Missouri that I have never seen before. Mm-hmm. I'm excited to do it with some buddies of mine, and see the unknown. I'm excited for the unknown. Thunderstorms, possibly. Helping meeting people along the way is going to be fun.
Because, again, it's 3 guys on 3 bikes.
Yeah.
And whatever we can carry. And we're carrying exactly what we need.
Yeah, probably less than what we need.
Right. Because you got to pull that weight.
Mm-hmm.
I already packed out most of my stuff once, and I added about 22 pounds to my bike, and I didn't even put on any of my sleeping gear yet.
Ooh. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, this morning I went outside to let the dog out, and it was like, wow, I need to rethink my clothing.
Yes.
What I'm gonna wear. So that's going to be interesting. And I expect a little bit of pain. I expect a little bit of chilliness, some wetness and discomfort. And that's all part of the path, man. That's part of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's exciting to me. Not getting to the end and ringing the bell in Mawkins. Okay, that's going to come and go. We'll get a picture and whatever. But, man, the memories will be forever.
True. And truly, what sense of accomplishment are you going to ever get on anything that you ever do in your whole life if from the time you started to the time you finished, you woke up and it was done?
Yeah.
There was just nothing in there, no road bumps or speed bumps, no roadblocks.
Right.
Nothing you had to adapt to or overcome.
Yeah.
Zero challenge. That's not a sense of accomplishment.
No.
No matter how you put that in your head.
Right. There has to be some struggle along the way, right? Either mental or physical.
Right.
Emotional. Whatever it is. Whatever you're going through.
That's where your growth and development comes from.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. The sculptures are made by breaking stone. It's not a pretty process. You do the little fine tuning towards the end, but initially you're taking huge chunks of rock.
Right. Just like we started in May. I told you. My first time I got on my bike in a dozen years.
Yeah.
I rode 2.5 miles. I thought I was going to have a heart attack. And then I kept on riding.
Uh-huh.
And then I realized that the bike I owned from the 90s, because my intent was to use the bike I own.
Right.
Well, the more I rode it, the worse it got.
Yeah.
And I'm going, this is not going to work. So I did have to, suck it up and purchase a bike. But the bike I have is lighter. The circumference of the wheel is 2 inches wider than it was, or larger than the 2 wheels before. So suddenly, one crank on the pedal, I'm doing versus 4, I was doing my old bike.
Right.
And total difference. You got to have the right tools for the job.
You do. Within reason. I mean, there's people, you could spend thousands and thousands thousands of dollars.
Yeah, no.
And it's like, dude, you're not competing in the Tour de France. Plus, riding on gravel is much different than pavement.
It is.
I took my bike on the pavement, and I was like, damn, this is easy. Oh, this is not even a workout.
I rode a part of St. Charles yesterday that came down a little embankment that had a curve, and it was squishy right at the bottom. And I went,
ooh, yeah.
Little jerk to the side. I went, oh, okay, note to self when I do this trail next week.
Yeah, don't be flying through here.
Remember where that's at.
So the cool thing is that we have a chronicle of us talking about, hey, we're going to be doing this in September, and we said what we meant, and we meant what we said, and we're following through, which is a big part of manhood. Follow through, right? Mm-hmm. And if you say you're going to do something, you do it, no matter how hard it is or what. And before you make a commitment, you really have to think about what you're about to commit to. This was a discussion I had with my son about joining the military. You know, like, dude, you realize what you're signing up for here. You are making a very serious commitment for the next 4 years of your life. And you're basically signing your life over to your country. And, young men don't really think like that when they're 18 years old. They just think, oh, I'm going on an adventure. Fun. Let's go. And they don't realize, like, you could be off the coast of Libya.
Right. Let's change our perspective. You serve at the pleasure of the President of the United States.
Right.
Remember that.
And who's the president today? It's not going to be the same guy next year or 4 years from now.
Right.
And you might not like that guy, but you still have to follow the orders. So making a commitment is a big part of manhood. Marriage. You know, when you say your vows at marriage, when you get married, this was a big thing for me. I went through a divorce, man. And I was serious, like, for better or for worse. Whatever you've done, it's forgivable, for better or for worse. But it just reached a point where it was past that point of no return type of deal, you know? And when I got married a second time, I still have those same feelings about the oath I swore, about the, what I said the day we were married, for better or for worse, richer or poor, all that stuff. That's a huge thing, huge deal. And I think people get rid of their marriages a little too quickly nowadays. It's pretty sad.
Yeah.
What else were we talking about before we recorded?
Oh, I don't know. We're going to talk about the show or the trip.
The trip. Okay.
Right. Our planning.
Yeah. So,
we've been going since May.
We have a pretty meticulous plan. And I made a spreadsheet. I've made a few spreadsheets, actually. I have a spreadsheet for my training regimen. I have a spreadsheet for my packing list. And I have a spreadsheet that shows every water, grocery, camping, site that we want to see, blah, blah, blah. I think it's like 8 pages.
Which is kind of funny. I am a career logistician.
Yeah.
That's my job. I live and breathe it 24/7 logistics.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not even come close to the details and the planning that you've been doing. I figured, well, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to go along this trail. I'll find something along the way.
Well, usually I'm not the planner. I'm like, oh, we're going to Florida? Okay, cool. When are we leaving? When do you want to get there? That's about it. That's usually, and whatever the stops are in between, we'll figure it out on the way.
Right. It's kind of like General Patton's quote that most everybody knows. A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan next week.
Yeah.
And that's ringing true. I mean, here we are 6 days away from our first pedal, and I still have not broke out any of my sleeping gear. I have not figured out how I'm going to set up at a campsite. Am I going to use a hammock? Am I going to do a lean-to? Am I going to bring a little mini tent? I have not figured out any of that. And I figured at some point this week I'll break out something and go, yeah, that might work.
Yeah.
And deal with it.
And really the thing is, I think about all the times, like, are you going to die? Are you going to die? No. You might be a little uncomfortable if you don't have a rain jacket. You're not going to die.
Right.
Settle down, man. Like, oh, you might be a little hungry for 10 miles till you hit a Dollar General. Oh, no.
That sounds like you.
Yeah. No,
we do our long distance rides, and you're going, I got to eat.
Yeah, I got to eat.
I got to eat, man. I'm going.
Got to feed the machine.
You know what? Here, have a protein bar.
215 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal.
Yeah, quit crying.
But I tell myself all the time, like, bro, you're not gonna starve to death.
I'm gonna get you the male version of the shirt that my daughter Samantha wore yesterday to the races.
What's that?
I'm cute, but I cry a lot. I'm getting that shirt for you.
You know what? I tell my wife, like, so I shower often. I mean, I like to be clean. I like to be showered, brush my teeth, clean my hands, like, and she's kind of like, you're a little OCD about that. No, I'm not OCD. The thing is that I've gone very long stretches of time without showering or eating or washing my hands, stuff like that. And I don't have to do that. And I don't need to prove to myself that I can do it. So I'm going to take full advantage of this hot water while we have it, because one day it might not be here. And so I'm like, yeah, I'm going to take 2 showers a day. Whatever, man. I pay the bills. I don't care. A little bit of a, what is Jeremy calls himself, a princess. It's okay to be a princess every now and
then. I don't know if I don't know about that.
No? I'm a little high maintenance. How about that?
Yeah, okay.
But I can rough it, dude. I like.
Oh, I can rough it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm really excited. I hope we have a little bit of hardship. I hope it's tough. And if it's not, I think by the end of it, if we don't have tough times, I'm going to be a little disappointed. I'm like, all right, we got to do something harder, which we already have in the books. Like we plan on something harder next year, don't we? Which I don't think we're going to say anything yet.
No.
But
I refuse to commit at this time.
No. Me too. But it should be cool. And so we 6 days we take off. We're going to be leaving from Clinton, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been there before. Seems like a cool town. And our beautiful wives are going to drop us off there. And we got a hotel for that night.
Correct.
The first night. And we're going to hit the trail about sunup the next day and see where it goes.
Yeah. And so far, it looks like the weather's going to be great.
Yeah.
Actually, it's going to be interesting. Again, it's going to be 90 degrees, 60 degrees. So 90, 60, 90, 60.
Do you want to be too hot or do you want to be too cold?
It's going to be a little bit of both. I have a feeling.
How much do you want to carry?
Exactly.
I'd rather be chilly, honestly. I'd rather be a little chilly. I tend to sleep better when it's cold. Not too cold, though. I know I've damn near killed myself with hypothermia one time. But we'll tell that story some other day, maybe.
Yesterday, out on the trail, or Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Saturday, out on the trail, doing the long run. Again, 30 miles for me is long. Anything over 20. And I don't know what is... if I pass a biker that's coming back from the other direction...
Yeah.
Usually you'll see the hand come up on the handlebar. You'll see a quick head nod.
Right.
Or, 3 guys passed me up and they all waved and said good morning like they were from a circus. So it was kind of funny. I kind of laughed.
Like in harmony?
Yeah, when I kept on going. It was hilarious. But then when you get to the walkers and the joggers and pass them up, they're a little less receptive. But then, I don't know what it is about a solo man walker. Every single one that I passed up yesterday would make eye contact with me. So I would generate a greeting of some sort. And then, once that happens, they just stare. Like, why'd you say good morning? Like, why are you looking at me?
Yeah.
Don't eyeball me.
Right.
Put your eyes back on the ground where they belong. And keep on walking.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, that kind of brings up the point of etiquette. We talked. There's trail etiquette when you're on a bike. That you just don't be the guy who's just, I'm in the zone. I'm feeling the burn. Whatever, dude. Raise your fingers up and just say what's up. That's it. Or not a little head nod.
Just do a head nod.
Like, bro, you're not in the Tour de France. You're like we're out here for enjoyment.
And most of them on the bikes do.
They do.
It's the walkers.
The walkers and the boomers on the electric bikes. They're usually like having a really loud conversation as they go by, and it's just their world, and everybody is orbiting around them. So in general, we should have good etiquette. Hold the door open for a family or a lady or even a dude, like whatever, man. If somebody's coming in behind you, hold the door open.
Right.
Give somebody the greeting of the day, whatever. Good morning, good afternoon. Hey, how's it going? And if somebody says, drove me crazy in South Carolina. The greeting would be, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? And I would respond, I'm doing good, man. How are you doing? And you would just get nothing. They didn't expect a response from you. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Like, it was just they didn't care about how you're actually doing. It was a front of politeness. So they're not really polite, but they're trained to be polite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they were smacked when they were a kid for not saying yes, sir. So then now they say sir and ma'am because.
So now wait a minute, you're judging the guy who didn't engage in a conversation because you responded with, what's going on? How's everything going?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know who you are.
No,
You should be happy with just the greeting.
How are you doing is not a greeting. How you doing is you're asking me a question, how am I doing? So what I started doing was, hey man, I'm doing pretty shitty, actually. Having a crap day. How about you? And they would look at you like, oh my gosh, you're actually talking like.
I'm doing all right. Have a good one.
But it would throw them off, man. Hey, I'm good. How are you doing? And they were,
well,
paper or plastic.
Well, that's a different.
I can't
thing.
stand a fake.
If I'm walking past somebody, if you engage me in conversation, I'm just walking past you, I'm going to think that's kind of odd. But if I'm standing there and you're the cashier or working at a counter and, that kind of engagement takes place, that's normal. I'm okay with that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, you said walking past you, so.
No, like when anybody, how you doing? Like even if they're walking past you, they'll ask you how you're doing. But they're already like 10 foot past you when you.
But that's a greeting of the day for where you were. So why are you questioning that?
Because it's
ridiculous. You just said in South Carolina.
Yeah, it's terrible. The people are not polite. There's no Southern charm. It's fake.
Well, around here, everybody says, "What's up?"
Hey, what's up, man? Oh, not much. How are you? Not much. What about you? That's how I respond. What's up? Not much, man. What's up with you? That's how it. Like you can be polite. Be polite. Don't put a front on of just like, hey, how you doing? But then saying, no, I don't give a shit. Actually, how you doing? Just say hello or hey, good morning. That's a proper greeting if you don't want to have a conversation with somebody. But if you ask me how I'm doing, I'm going to tell you.
Okay. I'm going to give the people who don't give the proper greeting when they're given a greeting that's improper, I'm going to give them a pass.
So the people who are walking by you on the trail.
Because they're probably not trained properly on how to give a proper greeting.
So just earlier you said the people on the trail, though, did not respond to the proper with the proper greeting for you. They didn't respond at all.
No greeting.
To me,
there's a difference.
No, somebody saying how you doing and then completely ignoring you afterward.
Good morning.
You might as well have no greeting.
When you make, if you're gonna, first off,
hey, good morning.
If you're gonna walk past me and you're gonna eyeball me,
yeah, you better say something, dude.
Exactly. And that's what I got yesterday.
Yeah.
You eyeball me? All right, good morning. Is what I said each time. Yeah. Good morning. And nothing. They just stare at you.
That's terrible.
Exactly. That's the improper greeting.
That's rude. No, if I say, hey, good morning, and somebody says, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you?
That's great. Okay. But don't always expect an answer.
Well, I don't ask people how they're doing.
Right.
Because I don't really care.
There you go. You just answered your own question. Circular reasoning. It's a proper greeting.
Yeah, good morning.
For a social environment.
Or you could say, hey, man. Oh, hey.
Right. All those count.
Those are good.
They all count.
But if you ask me how I'm doing, I'm going to give you an answer. And you better be ready to listen.
Well, I sure hate it for that biker that goes by and says, how you doing, as he drives by at 20 miles an hour.
On brakes. Hey, come here, man. Let me tell you. Yeah. Let me tell you all my problems.
Best of luck. I'm going to keep on riding. I'm not going to get involved.
But that's just a little thing that irks me. It's not a big deal. Somebody say, how you doing? I'm like, oh, good, man. How are you? And usually here in Missouri, people will say, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Down there, you get nothing. They're like, what? You actually want to?
It must be Western South Carolina, because at least Charleston, when I was there, I spent a week there.
Mm-hmm.
Never had that kind of issue.
I lived in the Midlands.
Yeah, up around Columbia.
Yeah. The oldest inland city in the United States, Camden, South Carolina. The most. Never mind. Let's not go there. Woosah. But let's talk about so in general, politeness doesn't cost you anything, does it?
Mm-mm.
There's no energy expended to say good morning to somebody and hold the door for them, or let them go first in line in front of you if it's like a mother with children, whatever.
We just had this conversation this morning at home.
Yeah.
My daughter walks out. She's ready for work. She looked nice. And she was talking. And I said, you look nice this morning. Well, she didn't hear me. and kept on going. And then her other sister said, "Hey, Dad just said you look nice and you didn't answer him." I said, "It's okay. I don't need an answer.
Yeah.
I felt good for saying it."
Yeah. You just said what he needed to say. You don't need to be,
Right. But I felt
Dad,
good.
you look good too.
I don't need to get a response for me to feel better.
Okay.
I said what I said. It was a nice comment, and I feel good for saying it.
Yeah, compliments should be freely given.
Yeah.
That they should be free. You don't expect something back. But if I ask you how you're doing today, I want to know. How you doing?
Actually, that's the intent of giving altogether.
Yeah, true.
If you really want to give out of your heart,
Just
give without expecting something back.
Yeah.
Ever.
Speaking of giving, I bought the whiskey for this show, and I gave you. Dang.
Yeah, what are you giving me?
How much did you drink? Today we're drinking 10 Cup. I've had my eye on this for a few months, but I didn't want to spend the money on it because I was worried it wouldn't be worth the $55. Because 10 Cup American whiskey is a blended whiskey, and it's good enough, man. If you're sitting around a bonfire drinking, you just want a nice, easy drink. But they came out with this 10-year bourbon, aged 10 years in white oak, as all bourbons are. But it is funny they call it a bourbon because it's distilled in Indiana and bottled in Colorado.
Well, that's not what it says on the bottle.
What does it say?
It's a bourbon whiskey.
Bourbon whiskey. It doesn't claim to be bourbon.
Correct.
Right. Bourbon whiskey. 10 years in a number 3 char, which I don't know what the difference is. I'm guessing there's different grades of char on barrels.
It's the level of burn.
Yeah, how hard they burn it. And so this was, like I said, $55. Came with a cool black metal cup on the top. This is 84 proof, 42%. The mash bill, did you write it down? When I read it?
64% corn, 32% rye, and 4% malted barley. So it is a high rye bourbon whiskey.
On the back of the bottle here, it says 10 Cup 10 is straight bourbon whiskey rested in white American oak barrels for a minimum of 10 years. They didn't use the word aged. It just says rested. I wonder if there's something there in the wording. It says a whiskey at its peak. 10 Cup 10 is mountain whiskey cut with Rocky Mountain water and bottled at an elevation of 5,251 feet. I don't think any of that really means anything. Doesn't matter, but that's part of their marketing. It's a cool bottle. The bottle actually is like...
Maybe it just has less oxygen content because it's higher elevation.
I guess it's snow melt water instead of spring water, maybe?
I don't know.
But who knows? I'm sure there's springs in the Rocky Mountains, but it has the elevation like... it's not stamped on the bottle, but...
It's etched.
Etched?
Or molded. I don't know.
It's part of like how they made the glass. I don't know.
Yeah.
But Just Graber founder. It's a neat bottle. What is that? An octagon? Hexagon shaped bottle. Real cork. Stopper. Not much squeak to it though. Oh, there you go. On the way in. What'd you get, Kevin? What do you think? On the nose, what do you got?
Well, when you first pour it, and as the glass approaches you, it's going to tingle a little bit. But then it does mellow out.
Yeah, I was surprised it's only 84 proof. It's on the nose, it seemed like it was a little bit higher.
Yeah. Two notes came out for me. Vanilla and nutmeg were the two that stood out for me. And the only reason I can mention nutmeg, which seems kind of off, but I was building my spice aroma collection this morning.
Yeah.
So I had these little samples. So when I'm doing this, I can actually pull out the real one.
Nice.
And one of them was nutmeg. And
that set off an alarm bell
sure
for you.
enough, I
okay.
smelled nutmeg.
Yeah, I wrote caramel was the first thing I smelled. And then smoky allspice is what I wrote. So kind of like a spicy, smoky. Yeah. But I'm also smoking ribs today. So I did a brown sugar, spicy brown sugar rub on them. So that might be a little bit lingering on my fingers or in the air or my memory maybe. What'd you get on taste? What's up?
Certainly, I got the rye notes, the classic rye notes on it. You could tell that the high rye part of the whiskey's coming out. Almost a point of, you get that like a toasted rye sandwich with the Swiss cheese.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have all the condiments and stuff with it.
No
it's just
spicy
the
mustard,
toasted
just
rye.
the toast. Okay.
And
I love rye toast with butter.
Oddly enough, the oakiness from the barrel for me was coming out.
Yeah.
And honey.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote char. Like I can taste the char. I can taste the smoke, the oak, spicy apple I wrote on there, and rye. Definitely rye, high rye. You could tell.
How about your finish?
Finish, I said it lingers a little bit. Around the middle of the tongue for me. That's where the heat hits me. And then the aftertaste is like a toasted oak, almonds, and a little bit of plum. I got.
Okay. It was certainly, for me, it was mild, lingering. And then, as you get a couple in and continue to drink it, that spiciness really kind of dissipates.
Yeah.
Your mouth is adjusting well.
It kind of turns into more of a cinnamon type of spice.
Yeah, and, black peppercorn, but not black pepper, just the peppercorn itself before you crack it open. A little bit more subtle that way. And, the oakiness and the honey just kind of drifted down into the finish.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting more honey now than caramel, I think. The overall, for $55, do you think this is a good buy?
I'll buy something else.
I agree. Yeah, I think
for a lesser price.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, if you think you're going to drink clean water bourbon, and because it comes out of the mountains of Colorado, go for it.
I think I had a little higher expectations based on the price and the fact that Tin Cup, the blended whiskey, is really good that they make. I thought, oh man, I think they did something, and the color too. It's an amber, darker amber color. You can see the char in the barrel, and I'm guessing the age, but the fact that they said it rested for 10 years, I'm like, what is
the giveaway for me was the flavor wheel that we have on our little chart here every time, which, by the way, our flavor wheel, for those, because we always talk about this, our flavor wheel has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different categories that we rate on the flavor wheel and make this little star chart.
Yeah.
And this is the first one so far. I'm going back looking at my notes, in which the flavor wheel is almost circular all the way around, except for one spot where woody just shoots out like an arrow. And that, to me, while I can describe it a certain way, when I actually look at the details on the flavor wheel is giving away the
imbalance,
the plainness of the product.
It was right down the middle, within a degree of 1 or 2 for me.
Yeah.
And ours kind of looked like a mirror image of each other as far as what we were tasting, but I didn't get any citrus fruit, no floral. Herbal was kind of low, but besides that, everything was right around the middle average, right?
Yeah, I was like one step below that all the way around, again, except for the woody part. And, based on looking at that, that's why I evaluated my overall rating as 2 out of 5 stars.
Okay. I gave it 3 just because I could drink this on a Wednesday night.
Oh, I could too.
Which 3 to me is like an average. I guess.
But I could also drink Buffalo Trace at $20 less.
Right. Very true. So. Yeah. Let's look back at Buffalo Trace real quick. I gave Buffalo Trace 3 stars as well, but it was $25.
Right.
$30 less.
Right. You would rate it higher just on price point.
Yeah. True. If I was tasting them both side by side, I probably would give Tin Cup 2 stars and Buffalo Trace three and a half. I'm trying to think of my other 3 stars. Nelson's Greenbrier, 3 stars. I think outperforms this. What else did I have at 3? Blackened was 2, which I think that's probably generous. Even though that bottle was donated and it
yeah, no, you're not far off on
I
that.
think it got 2 stars because it was donated, and
I gave it 2.
Yeah, Calumet Farm, I think I put 2.5. But now that I'm looking at it, Calumet Farm was better than 10 Cup.
I mean, the worst one I had still so far is Silver Star. Nothing comes close to that badness.
Yeah, Texas, come on, man.
That's probably why you can't find nothing online about it.
1 star for Silver Star whiskey. I avoid anything now if I'm in the liquor store looking for something. If it's a Tennessee or a Texas blend or a Texas made in Texas, I'm not buying that crap.
I know based on the temperature differences on our trail ride, I am bringing along a small cask along for an evening swig.
Yeah, I think I was going to bring a little flask myself.
Yeah.
We should make sure we're bringing different stuff. We can. What about cigars?
I'm not bringing any cigars.
No cigars?
No, I'm past that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of cigars. I have started using these nicotine pouches, though, which I'm a big fan of. Like throughout the day, it's kind of like if I'm doing something, I need to focus and have a little bit of brain energy, pop a little Nicky patch in. It helps, man. I like it. I'm all about performance enhancing.
I'm on the verge of trying to take as many supplements and additives out of my system as I can.
Oh, okay.
And
I think I'm maxed out right now as far as what I can do.
Really determine what my body requires. Just like eating. You know, I told you when I...
Like an elimination diet type of thing?
Yeah, I don't eat all day long. I'm a pretty light eater.
Yeah.
But my body will tell me over a period of time that, oh, Kevin, either number one, you need to eat more, so keep eating.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll never feel satiated when I eat. Or it will tell me, you are not getting enough vegetables, you better start eating more vegetables. Or you're not getting enough fruit, you better start eating fruit. My body will tell me that. At the types of food I need to start eating.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know how many people, their bodies talk to them like that, but I tend to pay attention to my body.
Yeah.
I learned a lot on that.
For me, it's water intake, where I'm like, I don't need to be drinking a gallon of water every day.
But, you know, not bragging. I don't, you know, I am blessed that I take no prescription medicine at 55 years old.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And the older I get, I don't want to get in that world. And I do take a number of supplements. And I'd like to know that my body can survive without them. And so I don't have to worry about it or spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
And so, you know, testing out different things. And, you know, if I don't take this, is there a food replacement or something in my diet that will accommodate that?
Yeah.
I'm just not there yet, but I'm working towards that.
So for me, unfortunately, I'm on this omeprazole for my acid reflux because of my use of non-steroidal anti-inflammatories when I was younger to deal with pain. You know, you go to the Army, they'd give you 500 milligram Motrins like they're Tic Tacs. And, you know, that just destroys the lining of your stomach. So now I'm on this omeprazole, and one of the terrible things about it is that it blocks the absorption of essential minerals and vitamins through your food. And our food nowadays is not as nutrient dense as it used to be.
No.
So
because our soil is not as much nutrient dense as it used to be. It's all getting farmed out.
Yeah, or it's used over and over again with pesticides and herbicides and all that crap.
Yep.
And the animals are eating it, and they're not getting the nutrients they need. So there's a lot of supplements I take to make up for that, like grass-fed beef liver. And I realized that like my B vitamins were always low on my blood tests, and I was taking oral pills of B vitamins, and finally this nurse told me, like, you need to go switch to the drops under your tongue, the vitamin B under your tongue, or an injection. I'm not want to do no more injections, but so I switched to the sublingual drops, and I switched for my vitamin C as well because I was very deficient on vitamin C, and it worked. My B levels are great. My skin is clearing up. Like my skin is a lot smoother now.
Well, you are high maintenance. So it's good to know that you have smooth skin.
Yeah, smooth skin. Which was, I thought I just had like this chronic rash on my skin. Like, what the hell is going on with my upper arms? These bumps everywhere. And I got all sorts of different answers till finally I had a biopsy done on my skin. And they told me it was for my vitamin C deficiency. And so, but it all goes back to this pharmaceutical that I'm taking. So now my whole goal in life is to stop taking this pharmaceutical. Whether I need to eliminate carbohydrates from my diet or whatever. Like I don't drink any sodas or bubbly drinks. I'll drink a beer every now and then. But that's it. No carbonation. So my whole goal is to get off this omeprazole because it's showing signs that it's causing a shortened lifespan for people. And I believe it's because you're not absorbing the proper minerals and vitamins in your food. So I've been on this long path of adding more supplements to counteract the pharmaceutical. And eventually I'll get off the pharmaceutical.
Mm-hmm.
I have a plan with my doctors.
It's a good plan.
Yeah. Speaking of doctors, one just texted me. What a nice guy.
I'm sure our listeners needed to know that.
Well, I was distracted for a second. And everybody listens to the show just to hear my voice, I'm sure. So the trip coming up, Kevin.
Yes.
You have all your vitamins and supplements packed up, and you plan on staying on the same regimen?
No.
Okay.
The essentials.
Just the essentials. Okay.
Yes. Most of what I take, three-quarters of what I take is either in powder or liquid form.
Mm-hmm.
So anything liquid related isn't going. The powder related stuff, most of it is gone because if I can get it individually packaged,
mm-hmm.
I'm bringing it. But if it only is something that I can only bring in, put it in a baggie, looks like a bag of cocaine or something.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. If it's
Okay.
individually packaged, I'm bringing those items. So that's kind of how it's getting narrowed down for me.
See, I
or
bought those
hard pills that are chewables.
Yeah. I got those little quarter sandwich, the snack baggies,
Yeah.
the Ziploc quarter baggies. I'll be individually packing protein and creatine.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna waste my time on that for 5 days.
I have to get my protein macros in.
I'll eat food that are protein macroed.
I can't get enough. I have to have 200 grams of protein a day. That's
Eat 2 protein bars instead of 1.
No. Protein bars are heavy, man. Protein powder's light.
Pack hard-boiled eggs. Eat them while you're riding.
You get pickled eggs from the gas station.
Yeah, eat them while you're riding. I started to rethink my clothing again after my disastrous 50-mile ride, packed out on my bike, realizing, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm pulling this much weight. I actually started to rethink my real packing list and saying, all right, it's 5 riding days, but it's only 4 nights.
Right.
What do I have to have as far as clothing?
Mm.
Do I need extra anything? Not really.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to, because if I have to get something that I already wore, it's already dried out. If I was to get wet. So, you know what? I'm just going to...
I think the only extra thing I'm bringing is socks because
I've
learned a very hard lesson of not having enough socks.
I'll just go back to my old days, and if I have to, I'll just tie the socks to the outside of the ruck and dry out while I'm riding.
Man, it's not the same as a fresh pair, though.
Doesn't matter. Dry socks are dry socks.
But then again, it's only 5 days. It's not, the
right.
Baton
5
Death March.
riding days.
5 riding days.
But it's only 4 nights.
Right.
So, and this caused me to even rethink my food that I'm drinking, because you know what, I can stop along the way, like you said, Dollar General.
I think the only thing I'm bringing is trail snacks, like little,
more or less,
little nibbles of whatever, like a pack. You can buy those little bitty packs of honey. Even that would go a long way.
We only have one night in which we will not have anything start to finish for that day. Yeah. It's day 4,
right?
In which we'll have no options. So the real food I'm packing for the day is really going to be for day 4.
Yeah.
And I'll save that for day 4. The rest of it, I don't need heating stuff.
When I first started, I was going to bring my little jet boil stove and boil water, make coffee, and all that junk. And I'm like, no, man, I'll just grab a Red Bull.
I even thought about cutting my toothbrush handle in half just to save space and weight.
You could do it.
And I'm going, I'm not a nut job Appalachian
ounces or pounds type of thing. Yeah.
So I'm not doing that. I'm not going to drill holes into the handle to make it lighter.
You know, the night that I almost got hypothermia, I probably did have hypothermia, was a weight-saving idea of mine to just bring my Gore-Tex shell and my poncho liner at Fort Lewis in November or December, because I carried the radio. My rucksack was 95 pounds. And then it's free. Now I got to carry my full sleep system and all this junk. And I was like, no, I'll just suck it up. I'm tough. I'll just suck. And it snowed on us that night, and the ground was freezing. And when I woke up, my arms, I could not move my arms at all. They were just dead. And I couldn't feel my hands at all. I had no muscle function in my arms. And I was shivering really hard. And it was like, oh shit, I think I'm hurt. Something's wrong. And of course, I didn't say anything to anybody. I'm just like, I'll just get up and walk around if I can get up. And it was stupid. So stupid. What's the sleeping bag? An extra 2 pounds, maybe?
Right.
And but this is not an extreme situation like that.
I was even going to bring a ball cap to wear after the ride.
Yeah.
Just because I know my hair is going to be all messy and stuff like that. I ditched that idea.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get my hair cut real short this week.
There you go.
And I don't have to worry about brushing it.
No.
You know? That's out.
I do bring a little nightcap with me, a little, what do they call it? Sleep cap? Watch cap. That's what we call it, watch cap. Just because I'm bald and it's going to be chilly at night, and it'll be nice to put something on my head.
That's where all your body heat goes.
Hold the heat, yeah.
Comes out of your head. I bring them one as well.
So I can sleep in lighter clothing if I have something covering my head.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
I am bringing a pair of sweatpants and a fleece, a light fleece. That's it. And I'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And
same here.
Even the rain jacket, I'm like, do I need a rain jacket?
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Do I really need it? I don't think so. I'll just get wet. I don't care. I'll dry out. I am bringing my tent. I do have a tent and a sleeping mat.
I'm not bringing a tent.
It really was a big debate. I waited a long time. I was going to bring my hammock. Do I bring my tent? Do I just sleep on the ground and bring my Gore-Tex shell? And I was thinking like, oh man, back and forth. And I decided to bring my little one-man tent. It'll be nice. A little bit of privacy.
I will set up this week. I got a couple days before we leave, obviously. I will set up the hammock, and then I'll do my lean-to setup and see which I prefer.
Okay. You bringing bug spray?
No.
I think I'm going to bring a little bit of natural mosquito repellent, something to keep the mosquitoes off me, just because they get on my nerves. That's it.
Not going to.
We're not going to be off in the woods. I don't have to worry about poison ivy and blah, blah, blah. I'll just be careful if I have to pee on the side of the trail, because I'm highly allergic to poison ivy and poison oak. So I'll just step carefully, know my leaves.
Matt, there's plenty of restroom stops along the way.
Sometimes nature calls, man.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
Don't pass up one.
No. Just like with my privates, I would tell them, who needs to pee? And there would be like 3 guys raise their hand. I'm like, all right, all 60
people
of you.
privates. Okay.
No, not my private parts. My trainees. I would say every single one of you go to the bathroom. I don't care if you do a little sprinkle, whatever, get it out. I would make them all, because guaranteed we'd be like, go to the classroom to do a class and be like, just starting to use latrine, and it would just be insane. Because of course I would blow up, make them do 50 squats before they go, something like that. What else? Are you bringing any comfort items at all? Anything that you're like, I don't need this, but I'm going to bring it because I want it?
You mean for body comfort?
Anything. No, not comfort. Just anything that you're bringing that is not necessary, but you're...
No. I'm stripped down.
Are you bringing a book to read at night?
No.
No book. You're bringing a journal?
I am bringing my journal, but that's not a comfort item.
That's a necessity. Right?
Yes, that's not a comfort item.
Yeah, I'm reading Undaunted Courage, and I was looking at this book, and I'm like, where am I going to fit this on my bike? I don't think I'm going to be able to carry it. So I'll just bring my journal, and if I want to entertain myself, I'll write.
Exactly.
Or draw pictures, or do whatever.
Right. I'm not bringing a deck of cards. I'm not bringing dice. I'm not doing nothing like that.
No. I think I'm going to enjoy the silent moments.
Well, actually, the only comfort item is my cask of bourbon, whatever it's going to be.
Okay.
My flask.
Yeah.
That'll be my one comfort item I'm bringing.
Okay. That's a necessity, though, maybe.
It's not a necessity.
No.
Just comfort.
Yeah, they're bringing a little cash to get some food or maybe a beer along the way if we see a brewery or whatever. We'll have our cell phones with us, so we'll be able to take pictures. We're going to record on our stops. We'll do a little recording to kind of document, and we'll put that together as a show. We'll do a post-ride show with Jeremy, hopefully, if we can get him in here.
That's already set.
Yeah. And that's it, man.
I think so.
Plenty of water. Get our bikes tuned up this week at Granada Cyclery.
Dropped mine off yesterday.
Did you? Okay.
Yes.
I'll probably load mine up for tomorrow. I'm not going to do much riding this week, I don't think. If I do, I probably won't put anything on my bike. Maybe just go for a little ride around with the family.
I will do one ride with my full pack out.
Okay. Oh, like your final...
My final.
Pack. Okay.
Just to make sure
That might
everything
be a
is
good idea.
secured and I got it the way I want it.
We can do that on Tuesday?
No, I think it's going to be later. Probably Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursday?
Yeah, I think it's going to take that long for me to get it all together.
Yeah. I've got to unpack all my stuff and repack it. And I'm a bit of a nerd about that stuff just from experience of, that's how I've had soldiers where I'm like, hey, I want a layout of all your gear. And the times that we don't do a layout, somebody forgets something. Always. And we tell them, like, all right, pack this up and don't touch it after you pack it. Because you always have somebody that's like, oh, I don't know if I packed 5 pairs of underwear, and then they have no socks.
Yeah. The big thing is tools, spare parts.
I think I'm carrying all the tools, right?
Well, I'll have an Allen wrench.
Yeah, your spare. Oh, you don't. Do you have tubes? You're taking spare tubes?
I'm going to get one.
One? Okay.
One spare. I'm not bringing anything for the chain.
Yeah, I have a chain tool and extra links.
The only reason I'm not, and this will probably be my disaster, is that, all told over the training over the course of this summer, I put in 200 miles.
Yeah.
On the bike. At least that. More. Actually more. When I calculate it. And I never had no issues. And this is going in. My bike just got dropped off for its second tune-up.
But you have Murphy's Law, man.
And then,
right? Whatever can go wrong will go wrong.
I'm going to do 200 miles again. So I'm just going to take a chance and wing it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I got links, so if you have a problem, obviously I'm not going to be like, oh, sucks for you, Kevin. You have a link. You don't have any chain links, and I do. See ya.
Right.
So that's part about riding with a group too, man. Is like we have our weak points and our strong points that we bring to the team, and we're all going to support each other.
Have a little first aid kit.
We're going to start together and finish together.
A little bit of first aid.
Yeah.
And I'm tasked with having the fire starters. Things like that, making it simple for us. I don't have to go out there and scavenging for kindling.
Yeah.
I'll have it already pre-made. I already got those packed up.
Yeah, I'm kind of taking on the medic role. I'm taking a little bit more first aid, trauma stuff. Yeah. Just because that's my world. We have Jeremy with us, obviously, who's a doctor. So,
right.
And we'll help with he brings to the table. I don't want to, I don't know how much he wants us to talk about him in his personal life, but
he may not bring anything for all we know.
I don't know. He's the most fit out of all three of us. The bike riding is not a problem for him.
No.
And I think he's the one who's going to have more of a problem with the camping aspect.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pat his butt at night when he's going to sleep. Tell him everything's gonna be okay.
Right.
What's that noise? That's just an owl, Jeremy. Don't worry. It'll be fun. I'm really, really, really looking forward to this, man. I haven't looked forward to something like this in a long time, since like the birth of my child, my last child. I've looked forward to all three of my children, but I'm excited. I'm jacked up for this. This is going to be cool, and I hope it's hard. I hope we run into some adversity.
Well, I would hope that our listeners listen to this show and decide that they want to tune in again.
Yeah.
And find out how the ride actually went.
Yes.
How can they reach us, Matt?
They can reach us at the Headspace and Tasting Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and X. They can get us on YouTube, the Headspace and Tasting Podcast. Please follow us on YouTube. That's kind of where we're trying to get more viewership on there. We don't have any video, but there is a little graphic that's up there, and you can listen to us on YouTube. That's cool. Comment. If you give us some comments, that'll boost us up a little bit. Same thing on Spotify. If you comment and like and share, subscribe and all that, it kind of boosts us up in the algorithms where more people can follow us. And speaking of more followers, we picked up another state.
Country.
Another country. That's
yes,
right.
The United Kingdom.
The United Kingdom.
You know what? They're looking for freedom. It's probably somebody reaching out going, what's it like to be free?
Hey, we're with you guys. We're definitely thinking about you, and we hope you stand strong against tyranny. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because probably somebody else is listening. And I don't want to say too much. But,
if you need us to send you a Don't Tread on Me flag, we'll paint it red, white, and blue just for you instead of yellow for the United States.
Well, they started flying a different flag over there, didn't they?
Yeah, the King Edward?
The King, whatever it is, the red cross on the white background.
Yes.
Which is the original England flag, not the UK.
Right.
And in Ireland, they're flying their flag, and Scotland is flying their flag. And
there's more news coming out of Ireland about some of the things that they want to do moving forward.
Oh, yeah. That could get spicy real quick.
Yes.
So
we're with you.
We're with you. We love liberty and freedom, and we think you should fight for it. And obviously, peaceful means over anything. And we're with you.
If you want to email us, you can reach us at showmemk@gmail.com.
Yep.
And, just let us know what you think.
We would love to have more donated bottles or topics if you guys want us to dive into a certain topic.
I'm more interested in the topic.
Yeah.
Not really interested in a donated bottle.
No. Topics would be great. Or if you want to be a guest, you're
Actually,
more than
I don't
welcome.
want you to donate a bottle.
I do.
I don't.
Well, we have plenty with resources. We're good. I want people to reach out to us. Like if you were in the Global War on Terror, or if you were enlisted during that time period, we want to know your story. Or if something like if you had another role to play, if you were a part of the government during that time, not a cop, like not FBI or cops, but any other people who did anything good, we would love to hear from you. Hit us up on the Gmail, and you can come on the show. You're more than welcome.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you very much for listening. Thank you for all your support, and thank you to our number one listener for commenting. We love you, and we appreciate your comments. Keep them coming. And you're going to be on the show soon, because we're going to do a conspiracy theory show coming up.
Yeah. Ooh. Can't wait.
Well, there's not many conspiracy theories left.
There's more than you think.
They're not theories anymore. A lot of them have been proven to be true.
Yeah, there's still more out there. Anyway.
I can't wait to hear for people to hear us talk about the moon landings. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thank you very much. We love you. See you next time.
Peace out.
Thank you for all your support, and thank you to our number one listener for commenting. We love you, and we appreciate your comments. Keep them coming. And you're going to be on the show soon, because we're going to do a conspiracy theory show coming up.
Yeah. Ooh. Can't wait.
Well, there's not many conspiracy theories left.
There's more than you think.
they're not theories anymore. A lot of them have been proven to be true.
Yeah, there's still more out there.
I can't wait to hear for people to hear us talk about the moon landings. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Thank you very much. We love you. See you next time.
Peace out.